that I'm taking my iPad, which isn't connected, it's not physically connected to anything, and I can load music onto this, and then I have the music on the playlist, and then I can take my earbuds, and they're not connected. I can't see a connection. And yet when I hold that button and I hold this button at just the right time and just the right way, I can hear the music. When we show up, and when we hold ourselves in just the right ways for just the right amount of time, we can hear the music. And you can't see the music around it. You have to be tuned in. And so just as I set up my iPad and my earbud so that I have a playlist that I can share with you, and my phones are not connected to anything, and yet the Wi-Fi carries the signal and the signal is carried to you. No one can see it, but we are aligned. We have made arrangements. We have put in codes and security and electricity. And when the electricity goes through and when mine is aligned with yours, we communicate to one another, though no one could see that happen. So when we do practice, we're aligning to something that we can't see, but we can feel, that we can hear, that can change us. And just as I go to my mini and go to my earbuds and arrange the settings so they can hear one another, this is what we're doing. Sitting tall, rubbing your palms, creating a charge, and then closing our eyes, tuning in. When we use this mantra, imagine that you're holding that Bluetooth button until your device can hear a source. And all of a sudden the audiobook comes through and the music comes through and the podcast comes through. Ong Namo, I bow to everything outside of me. All the ways in which I am guided, healed, and held. Everything outside of me, I attune to this. That's what we're saying. Ong Namo, connect me. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me. That there is something inside, that there is a Bluetooth arrangement between my mind and my heart, that I am listening. So when we tune in, we're establishing this connection from outside to in and from inside to self. Just imagine that every time you do this mantra. Imagine it every time you connect your earbud to your mini. Every time you connect your speaker to your computer. Every time you connect your phone to your car. All these invisible connections so that we can hear. 3 times with me. Inhale. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Roll your shoulders and roll your wrist. Your playlist begins at horizon. May we hear today. May we hear what is ready to move through us. May it find us. May we be aligned, hands on hips. Up onto the balls of your feet. Tiptoe, march about. And then become steady. Gaze on one point. Heels down, hands down. Begin. Hands up, heels up. Inhale. And exhale, set it down. If you've had a busy morning, use the pace. Inhale up. If you've had an agitating morning, a busy, internal, flustery morning, use the breath. Inhale. If you've been slow or heavy, use the hands. One more, all the way up. Steady. Inhale. Pause. Your hands stay high, your heels come down, and you arrive. Good. Step your left foot back, square your hips, look up, turn your palms away, and fold forward, taking the backs of your hands to your mid-spine. Inhale, sweep up, lift up, and exhale with total focus. 2 more. Inhale. Good. And rise. The last time. To fold, to stay. Let your head be heavy. Your left hip wraps forward, your right hip wraps back, your spine elongates. Reverse out, hands wide, lift your heart, lift your hands. And step your left foot up and your right foot back. Hips square, heart high, reach. Turn your thumbs forward, sweep wide, and exhale, fold. The hands rotate completely, the shoulders open. And fold. One more. And then stay in your fold. Right hip squares forward, chest is long, elbows broad. Press down to rise, reach, and step up. Hands wide. Add the blocks inside your left foot, step your right foot back, warrior 2. Sweep open. Straightening your left leg. Inhale, reach up. And exhale down. Again, just like that, to rise. No hurry, no haste. Arrive once again. Up. Bend your left elbow, bend your left knee, elbow to thigh. And sweep over. Inhale. And warrior 2, go wide. Look at your fingers. Look, reach back. And warrior 2, settle. And side angle, elbow to thigh. And warrior 2. And reverse. Warrior 2. Elbow to thigh, reaching over. Last time through, build your warrior 2. Reverse it, watch your hand go up. And then all the way back down to your side angle. Pause, elbow on thigh. Right hand makes a fist, right elbow to rib. Tuck your chin, look down. Inhale, reach out, look up. So only the right arm, bending the elbow. And then reaching out. And when you reach out, go from your right heel through your right hip to your right hand and stay. Left elbow to stay where it is, or your left hand down to the blocks and turn your chin to the left shoulder and to the right shoulder. Make clarity from the sole of your right foot all the way up into the palate of your mouth, into the crown of your head. Pause. Look down. Right hand reach straight to the ceiling, and then reach back and back and back towards your right heel. And then take your blocks and pivot on your feet, blocks inside the right foot. Warrior 2. Straightening your right leg, you'll inhale, reach up and open. And exhale, widen down. Let the pelvis follow the chest. Inhale up. There you go. There you go. So when you straighten your front leg, your pelvis is parallel to the side of your mat. Keep that as you bend your elbows. Yeah, that's it, that's it. Elbow to thigh, reach over. And then back to your warrior two. Reversing. And wide. You're building strength right here. You're building grace with that strength. Warrior two. Reverse, so that you can flow from action to action without drama or blame. Reach over. And the last time, warrior two, spread your wings, reach up, and then back through elbow to thigh. Left hand overhead, bend your left elbow, nothing else. As you reach up, look up, keep the base strong and clear. Look down, elbow to rib. Inhale, reach from your left heel to your left hand. One more, bend your elbow. And then reach out and pause. You can stay elbow on thigh or right hand down to the blocks. Now turn your chin from shoulder to shoulder. As you do, clear the line from your left heel to your left hip, strong. Left hip to left shoulder to left hand, stay. And then the left hand goes straight up, the gaze goes down, reach back, reach back, reach back, reach back, and take your blocks up to the top of your mat, standing tall. Reach your hands wide, big sweep up, rinse it out. Little bend in your knees, hands wide down the backs of your legs to fold. And then up the backs of your legs to reach. Your pace. As you progress through these days, as your body warms and strengthens, you may find that it quickens this little fold. If it needs to stay slow, go slow, go one more. So that when you have folded, you may have hands on the ankles or hands on the blocks, knees may be bent. Lift halfway, hands to shins or thighs. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more time, lift up, tail back, spine so long. Fold your way in. All the way, all the way, all the way that you can. Draw up on the feet, down into the heels. And hands down. Stepping yourself back, add a blanket. So that when you kneel, you have some padding. 2 feet to the left side of the mat. Step your left foot in front of your right. Bring both knees down to the blanket. Left is in front of the right. Good. And then fold, hips towards heels. Inhale, hands and knees. And then exhale, fold back. And if you don't have a blanket, then just stay in that folded back posture and let the movement be small and steady. Inhale, coming up. Let your hips move out side to side. And then fold your way back. Take your time. Soften your inner thighs. Your hands are heavy. Your elbows are heavy. The inner thighs release. The seat drops. 3, 2. Good, so that you can rise up. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, and step your right foot in front of your left. Put your knees down to the blanket, widen your feet, and exhale, fold back. Inhaling up, lengthen. If you started late, we just went to Roads on the soundtrack, so just start it up right there, and we'll all be in sync. One more time, coming up, big wag of the tail side to side. You'll feel it through the outer waist, and then fold back and pause. Softening the inner thighs, softening the outer hips, the length of your arms, the face. Using these simple postures to open and prepare your body for the Kriya. Rise up, tuck toes, uncross, down dog, and walk your dog.
One knee bends, one knee straightens. Up out of the shoulders, up out of the heart. Spread the bones of your feet. And then pause. Setting the blanket aside, walk your feet up, set your blocks up, and find a squat. And it might mean that you're on the balls of your feet, and that's totally cool, or it might mean that your heels are to the floor. All good. Reach forward, fit yourself between your knees. Here's your inhale. Exhale, draw the backs of your arms against your shins. Inhale, reach forward, tuck the chin, drop your seat. Exhale, draw back. Inhale, out. Squeeze your knees in. Exhale, draw back. Ha! Put your palms together. Your thumbs to your heart to your thumbs. And hold your body, hold your arms with your shins. Hold your shins into your knees. And then sit down deeply so that you can roll onto your back to a bridge pose. Good. Heels are right underneath your knees. Lift your hips up as you lift your hands up. Tuck a shoulder, tuck another. Good. And as you roll your hips to the floor, your hands come down. So continue there. Hips up, hands up. Inhaling. Exhaling down. Wherever you're going, you're just sending your pelvis in front of your toes. Keep your hips up, bring your elbows down, tuck a shoulder, tuck another if you choose, interlacing your fingers, and pause in your bridge. Be heavy in the full flat of your feet and let your low back be released and long. Good. Release your hands, roll all the way down. Bring your knees to your chest. Press your heels high and your hands overhead. Here's inhale. Exhale, hands to knees. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, exhale. So working here, or reach your hands past so that your hands are not helping to bring your heels in, but the body does the work. Work there, or lift your head, shoulders, nose towards knees. Inhale up, exhale, close. Close your eyes. Good. Lift your hips, palms face down, heels high, and you'll open your heels apart and then exhale to cross. Inhale, open, exhale, cross. If you need to, the knees are bent. And day by day, you become a little more precise. Exhale, cross. Inhale, open. As you can, push into your heels. Big flex of the feet. Three, two, good. Free your hands so that you can reach between your thighs. Lift your head and shoulders and hold the backs of your thighs. Then roll the head and shoulders to the floor. And press into your heels. Little bend in the knees, inhale. Big press into the heels, exhale. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press.
And then stay. Your breath is smooth and silent. Use your hands to widen your inner thighs, reach your tail toward the wall, your heels press. Putting a bend in your knees, use your hands to bring it in. And you roll your way up into a simple seat. Set a block out in front. Adding a bolster or a block so that you can sit in a cross-legged posture with your right shin in front of your left. Happy Monday. Float side to side. Close your eyes. Good. And then your left hand to your right knee, your right hand behind you, turn your navel. Inhale upright. Exhale, turn the ribs. And upright. And turn the shoulder. To the center. Hands on the block. Walk your seat back and settle into the center of your pelvis. Send your outer knees down. This might be your work or forearms. Keep your heart forward. Maybe here or fingertips forward with your forehead on the block. Walk yourself up. Change the cross of your legs. Left shin in front of right and sweep from side to side. Closing your eyes. Good. Right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you to turn the navel. Inhaling up the middle. Exhale, revolve. To turn the ribs. To turn the shoulders. To the center. Hands onto the block. Walk your seat slightly back. Find the center of the pelvis, the outer knees down. As you press the base down, the heart comes through the arms rather than being rounded. Forearms down. So the underside of this pose becomes longer. Walk your fingertips forward if there's more space, forehead to the floor. Good. Walk yourself up. Hands to thighs, eyes closed. Begin a circle. As though seated on a disc of a diameter of 6 inches. Just the circle at the base of the pelvis. Spine stays upright so that the crown of the head traces that same circle above you. Go in the direction that feels like momentum, like you're brushing your hair in the right direction. One direction will feel right and one will feel a little off. Close your eyes and use that circle to start to go in. As though you were narrowing the field, as though you were drawing closed a net, as though you were coming closer and closer to a destination inside. Like you were locating a signal. Pause, hands on knees. Take your forehead towards your right knee, inhaling up, and towards your left knee, and up. Good. Sitting tall. Pause. Right hand on the center of your chest, left hand on top. To turn left, to turn right. Inhale left, exhale right. Turn from the base. Let your chin turn. Let your mouth corners rise. The whole pose will change. Three, two, the center, hands to thighs. Fold forward, hands on thighs. Inhale up. Might be small, might be large. This is your fold. Work there or hands at your shoulders, palms face down. If it's hard to come back up, try putting your feet a little further away from your seat so the outer edges of your feet hold and support you. Work there, or hands behind your head, eyes closed, palms forward. and settle in. One more. To sit tall, hands to thighs. Feeling. Come on to hands and knees. Pad your knees. So this clarity that we start to embody, this clarity that starts to embody us, that we can see more clearly. Tuck your chin, drop your head, look back, see that your feet are in line with your knees, and cat-cow. Start big and sweet. Eyes closed. The momentum through your spine. And it might get a little bit quicker, but it's not pushing, it's allowing, it's inviting. Allow your spine to move more freely. Allow your head to move. 5, 4, 3. Work there, or begin to add your hands up and then tuck the chin. Inhaling, you lift. Exhale, round, draw your hips towards your heart. Tuck your chin so that you are getting further into the mobility of your spine. Three. Good. 2. And set yourself up for frog. Most modified, standing. Bend your knees, palms together. Inhale, stand. Exhale, squat. This might be your work. If so, 21, just right there. More classical frog, hands on blocks. Turn your heels in and lift them up. Lift your hips, look back. Bend your knees, keep your heels up, look forward. Inhale up, exhale down. 18 of these. Last option, if you choose, feet are in parallel, hands through the outer edge of the feet. Bend your knees fit through the armpits. Inhale up, exhale down. 12 more. And setting your blocks, your blankets aside, shake it all out. Out the hands, out the feet, put a little bop into the heels, into the hands. So this is a release for the nervous system. You can work here, or the classical choice. Hands are like a little rabbit. We're adding a dimension by turning the feet and the knees, hands in the opposite direction. Pick one. This great and powerful new moon today, shake loose the old. Make yourself ready. Ushering in the great sage. The wisdom, the maturity, the homecoming. The needed new perspective. Shake out the old. 5, 4, 3, 2, stand. Eyes closed, deepen your breathing. And stand steady as everything that needs to leave can pass. And you experience yourself as this stalwart soul. In the face of that upheaval, you breathe fully. You meet it with your heart high. And you stand clear. Down to the belly. Down to the belly. The left hand reaches out, roll over to your left side, roll the right knee open, and then roll belly down, hands hard up. Right hand out, roll your left knee open, and then baby cobra. So we just roll side to side. We forget what a powerful agent water is. It's clear and it's kind and it's calm, and yet it makes canyons and valleys. It transports soil, it transports water system. The water is huge. Let what is caught within you wash through. Wash through. One more. Sometimes our simple clarity is our greatest power. Left hand out, fingertips down, left toes tuck under, bend your right knee. Reach your right hand back. Lift your thigh, inhale up. And exhale down. We'll rise and stay. Whisper of ha. Keep that breath. Put your lips together, out your nose, 10 breaths. Roll down. Right hand out, right toes tuck under. Left hand back to rise. And roll down. Inhaling up. Roll down. Rise. Out the mouth, begin. Lips together, out the nose, 10. Lay it down to the belly or add on, 20. Belly down, belly down. Turn your head. Hands and knees, bring it up. Coming to kneel or sit on a chair. So if kneeling isn't good for your knees, take care of yourself. If a little kneeling is okay, add blocks. Right hand back, left hand makes a fist. Start that sweet figure of 8 around the chest. May our breath be clear, our respiration, our inner organs around the navel, our transformation, our engine go down the legs, our mobility, our stance in the world, up the side to the side of the neck, the side of the throat, the side of the jaw, the tension, the clenching. Tap it out down to the point of the chin and just keep it going. Right hand makes a fist, figure of 8. Shaking loose, coming clear, creating circulation and distribution, circle around the navel. The outer and inner thigh, Exactly what would you do if your foot had gone to sleep, your leg had gone to sleep? You would tap it out. You would help the circulation. Right side jaw, line of the jaw, point of the chin, and to a cross-legged seat. So take all of that tapping and now give the energy that it frees a direction by a circular, a clockwise circle into the gut, into the abdomen, into the inner organs. As juicy as you can. The rolling on the belly, the tapping on the body, the circling into the organs. All of these are prayers for clear vision, to process, to sort ourselves out, to make sense of, to digest, to move through. Three, two, straight to your back. Keep it going today. Keep it going. On your back. If you know where you're going, go. Draw your right shoulder up, make a fist, bend your left knee. Draw your right shoulder up, right hand fist, right knee bends. And then the left, and then the right. Inhale left, exhale right. All the way into the feet. Five, four, three, two, one, to the floor. All the circulation, all the possibility. Walk your feet in, lift your hips, palms face down, heels up. Tap your left heel. Tap your right. Both. Work with knees bent if you choose, or when you're ready, heels are out, legs straight. Inhale up, exhale down. Feel what you're capable of. Feel the heat, feel the light. Bend your knees. Roll your way up to a seat. Roll back. Use your legs, hands on thighs to begin. As you can, hands behind your head. Use your legs if you need to, or keep your feet flat. Knees bent, or as you're ready, legs are straight. Fold. Lie back and be still. The body open. Feel. Let go of all inner holding. The time of day. What has been and what will be. Let those go for a moment and just be carried. So that what needs to be processed can be processed beyond the small machinations of your mind and within the larger flow that you have entered. It has its own order. Let it through. And that flow has a sensation of light. And the light follows the breath. And on the inhalation, you draw your breath into your spine. And on the exhalation, the spine grows bright. From the tail to the crown. Continue on the breath, inhaling light to the spine, exhaling the light solidifies, stabilizes, remain. Inhaling light to the spine, exhaling, stabilize it. Feel it remain. So that as you relax the breath and the mind, this beam, or this seam of light remains. That's our connection. Sutra Atman, that which holds the infinite into our finite moment, into this body for this moment. And eventually that's the seam which will return us. Bend your knees, hands to shins. To roll up. Pause your playlist. It's going. Build a cross-legged seat. Add a layer if you need it. Legs are crossed. Heart is high. Body stable. Feel that seam of light. that single thread that holds you balanced between right now and infinity. Feel the clarity of your body and smooth, full breath. Any adjustment until you can sit steadily, eyes closed. The currents of energy that move through us, called the vayus, that which moves, that which carries. Samana vayu carries and sparks our assimilation. It centers us, it balances us, right in the center of the abdomen. How we make sense of the world through food and through experience, even through memory. We don't only eat food to be alive, we draw into us prana, vital force. And just as we can eat better and better food and feel better and better result, so too we can draw different prana into the body using the quality of our mind so that we can assimilate that greater pranic energy into a greater sense of ourselves. So use your mind and feel above you, beyond you, around you, the quality of the sky. How vast, how textured with weather and time, and yet how unchanging. Feel this. And with your mind, go through the sky, the stratosphere, out into the dark cold of space. But within it are planets and stars and great webs of dark matter and black holes and nebulae and white dwarfs. And they align and orbit and move. On your inhalation, you are gathering that enormity of life force from the cosmos down through that line you've built of light into the abdomen. And pausing the inhalation, there's a flame in the abdomen. And on the exhalation, that cosmic light goes in all limbs, all organs, all tissues. Use your breath, use your mind. Inhaling, you are drawing all the artistry, all the potency, all the cycles and wisdom of the cosmos down that center seam into a flame in the abdomen and out into your body. 6 more times. Use your mind. The inhalation pauses at the abdomen. The flame is clear and unwavering, and the breath moves out through the body, everywhere. Feed on the cosmos, right? Especially today. And then allow your attention to rest in the abdomen. Feeling in the abdomen a multicolored spiral, like a hurricane that we see by satellite, or like a galaxy that we see through a telescope. That exists within you. Feel that spiral. It becomes increasingly concentrated and stable. It becomes vibrant and very present in your body. The way we digest food and make it into our cells and our fuel, we digest the input of the cosmos and make it a part of our individual life. Total stability. Total harmony. A concentrated spiral of colored light right at the navel. It spreads intelligence and power. And from that concentrated spiral of light, reach out and up. Let it disperse. Palms together, gather back in. Inhale up, open. And then one more, samana vayu, that which we use to make sense of ourselves, our surroundings, to become who we are to become. Thumbs to the forehead center. I am this. 8 count sat, 2 count nam. Inhale. Satnam. Satnam. Have a fantastic Monday. A wonderful week. Every day at noon I will be right here. If you can't make it, replay it. If you missed the day before, you can replay it, or you can just hop in where we are. The choice is yours. So this sequence will go until December 29th. And on December 30th and 31st, I will have a noon class, of course. And that noon class will be a basic spinal series, going through the whole of the body, top to bottom. One of the rudimentary practices of this tradition. Really great. So if you joined me in April or May or June, this is such an introduction to, this is exactly how we move through the body. But the hour before those 2 noon classes, I will have a workshop called Making Mental Maps. So that On the 30th, we'll go 1, 2, 3 through the lower triangle of energy, the mortality, our finite event of a life, how our molecules have formed into this, and then they will release. So 1, 2, 3. And then the next day we'll do 4, 5, 6, 7. And what we'll be doing is we will be using Pinterest and we'll build a map for each of the energy centers that's ours. Using that like a very small museum. So that you have an idea of how to articulate what each center, how it manifests in your life. What it looks like, what it feels like, what it holds for you, what it provides. And the practice of defining and choosing for yourself color and word and image will create the path that you'll use the whole following year. So it's up on my website. If you went to marthamcalpin.com/RSVP, I will send out, it'll be on Zoom from 11 to 12 on December 30 and 11 to 12 on the 31st. And they'll be recorded. But I need your email so I can mail you the link, right? And you're not automatically subsumed into other mailings. This is simply so I can give you a means of connecting to that workshop. So just letting you know that that is there, that that is coming, that that's available if you like. Have a wonderful afternoon. Satnam. For the year ahead, my pledge is to fund as much as I can, beginning with 10% of everything I receive from my work will go towards a growing culture. And a growing culture is a global organization that is supporting indigenous farmers, small landowners, who are losing their soil, their seeds, to multinational companies, to climate change, and yet they are the ones that really do feed the world. They are the ones that hold the small rural communities together. And this is a cause I believe in with all my might. And so 2021 will be an opportunity for me to give them as much as I can. And so just think as you come towards the conclusion of this year, as you look at the events of this year, what is it that you would choose to support? And what would that support look like? Today is an auspicious day to pay attention and to make a wise investment of your energy where you think it serves best. We each are here. We each have a different path. We each have different things we support and believe in. And I respect yours. And I make no demands on them. And I simply say, be aware that this is a time to consider, what is it you're supporting? What is it that you're feeding? And this will be mine. Any questions, let me know, and I will see you soon. Satnam.